Something I've learned lately is that most big decisions are actually made almost exclusively emotionally. And people like to fool themselves and think that they're using logic to make the decision. And I've found that in myself and in observing others, the way big decisions work is this. Let's just say someone allocates a week to make a decision. They're going to spend the first 6 days and 3/4 weighing out the pros and cons, thinking about it logically, etc., etc. Now, if the logical answer is strikingly obvious, then sure, they'll follow it. But in that case, I would argue it's not even really a decision. It's just an obvious thing you're going to do. But if it becomes a decision at all, it means the answer is not that obvious. And logic is not going to point you super clearly in one direction. So what will happen usually is that over 6 days and 3/4, the person's going to weigh out all these options logically. And then in the last moment, they're going to make an emotional decision about what feels the best for them. I've seen this in myself. I've seen this in other people. And this is something really valuable to know when you're thinking about making sales and signing on people to your business. So when I think back on my life, some of my bigger decisions, I'll use leaving my job at my accounting firm as an example to start my business. That decision was not made logically. It was an emotional desire for freedom and to not be stuck in this accounting job I didn't like. It was almost entirely an emotional decision. However, after that big, high-level, life-changing decision was made, the thousands of smaller decisions, how to get clients, how to start, how to prospect, how to run the ads, those were all made by logic. There's a spiritual quote that says, "Logic is an amazing servant, but a terrible master." And that relates to what I'm saying, because for most people, their intuition and their emotions are actually their master. And then the logic is just the servant to help execute whatever decision they made using their intuition or their emotions. Now, if you just accept this, life gets easier. But it's when people like to identify as making big decisions logically that I believe it can cause a lot of stress. Because the biggest decisions in life don't have a logical right answer. Who are you going to marry? Where are you going to live? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to have a job? Do you want to have children? Like, there's no way you can logically figure that out. Now, those are like the most high-level decisions. Even decisions an order of magnitude less significant. Am I going to hire this marketing agency for my business? Am I going to buy this piece of real estate? Am I going to invest in this stock or this stock? Oftentimes, those decisions are actually made emotionally. So the way you can use this knowledge is twofold. First of all, if you're a business owner selling things to other people or other businesses, just recognize that you can lay out an incredible logical presentation, but at the end of the day, you have to get their emotions on board with you for them to purchase. And even if your prospect thinks he or she is making a decision logically, there's a good chance they're not. There's a quote in sales that people buy emotionally and justify logically. So it's not to say the logical presentation is unnecessary. You do need that, or else they're going to have buyer's remorse and ask for a refund. The way I believe it works for most people is they get excited, they feel this thing you're offering them can solve their personal problem or business problem, they buy it. And then after they buy it, their brain goes through this process of asking, did I make a mistake? Should I have done this? And that's where that logical presentation is going to save you, because if you've laid it out logically, they'll be able to logically justify their emotional decision, follow through with the purchase, you have a new successful paying customer. The second way you can use this is for your own life, to embrace your emotions and intuition in making the highest level of decisions and giving yourself permission to make a decision that doesn't seem to logically make sense. And then whatever decision you make, using logic to make that path work. For example, my decision to make this YouTube videos, all the other YouTube videos I've made, and create this YouTube channel was an emotional decision because I enjoy YouTube, and I'm using logic to set up a great camera, hire an editor, have my assistant post the videos, monetize the channel by offering some coaching and consulting, etc. So I'd invite you to reflect on how this applies to your life. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see you later.